A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one. Books have many magical powers. They can make us fly high above Hogwarts or fight amongst elves for the future of Middle-earth. Books have the power to make us smile or cry, heal and grow, and a rare few can even change our lives forever. Today I would like to share with you 10 books that have done just that. Some have helped me climb the ladder of academic and professional success, while others have brought knowledge and peace to my mind and soul. And by listing them all in this video, I hope that they will do the same for you. Number 1. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Stephen R. Covey. Our character is basically a composite of our habits, because they are consistent, often unconscious patterns. They constantly, daily, express our character. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know that I speak about habits in almost every video. This book is where it all began. Stephen Covey walks you through 7 habits that successful people do every single day. He speaks about being proactive, beginning with the end in mind, putting first things first, thinking win-win, learning to seek first to understand, then to be understood, synergy and creative cooperation, and my personal favorite, sharpening the saw. This book is easy to read and gets to the point relatively quickly. It offers you graphs, tables, and examples to better understand the takeaway points, and even teaches you how to implement the 7 habits in your own life. One of my favorite quotes from this book is, "We see the world not as it is, but as we are, or as we are conditioned to see it." Number 2. Who Says You Can't? You Do by Daniel Sidiak. Have you ever wondered why some people are out there living their dreams while you can't even get yourself to review your notes after class? This book walks you through 7 steps that will answer your hardest questions and help you reach your truest potential. From relationship advice to finding your life purpose, Daniel is truly an inspiration as he gives real-life and relatable examples. If you're looking for a light read with a high impact, this book is perfect for you. The quote that really stuck with me is, "My theory about happiness is simple. I am content with knowing that I will not always be happy. That is my happiness." Number 3. How to Be a Boss by Lily Singh. Not only is Superwoman a boss on YouTube, but she's conquering life like a pro and is kind enough to share her experiences, challenges, and knowledge with all of us. If you're ready to take a trip to Unicorn Island and learn her secrets to success, you will seriously love this book. I've read it in 2 days as the chapters are short and sweet. Great for students of all ages. It's honestly like talking with your BFF over the phone for hours about anything and everything. Superwoman is super down to earth and raw. I applaud my Canadian homegirl for inspiring and motivating people with such determination and sense of humor. And instead of choosing one single quote, I have one entire chapter that truly hit home with me. Chapter 15. Schedule Inspiration. Number 4. Willpower by the psychologist Roy F. Baumeister. As students, procrastination, lack of motivation, and even flat-out laziness are challenges we faced a little bit too often. This book has opened my eyes about the so-called greatest human strength, willpower. Although a bit too textbooky at times, aka some chapters feel like you're reading something for school, but this author is spot on when talking about self-control, ego depletion, decision fatigue, and hey, even to-do lists. If you want advice based on research and a writing style that is no bull, no fluff, just to the point, your Virgo self will really like this one. Oh, and chapter 7 is honestly my favorite one, and it is entitled Outsmarting Yourself in the Heart of Darkness. Number 5, A New Earth, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose by Eckhart Tolle. Although the first book, which is known as one of the best-selling spiritual guides out there, The Power of Now, was an amazing read, I much preferred this one. For one, it discusses a variety of different topics, whereas I felt like the first book kept repeating the same thing over and over to try to bring the point home. I also much prefer the format of A New Earth, which in my opinion has a smoother flow than the choppy question and answer style of the first one. Don't get me wrong, I do actually love both, but if I had to pick one that I truly would bring with me on a deserted island, it would definitely be this one. The book talks about consciousness and the little voice inside your head I keep mentioning in literally all my videos. It speaks about the many faces of our ego, the roles we play, and even touches on the topic of parenthood, suffering, and happiness. I can seriously go on forever, but to be honest, this book is in my top 2 favorite books of all time. And so you can imagine how difficult it was to pick one favorite quote. But here is one that today resonated with me. Thoughts can at best point to the truth, but it never is the truth. That's why the Buddhists say, the finger pointing to the moon is not the moon. Number 6, The Book of Wisdom by Osho. This book is based on the 7 points of mind training by the Buddhist mystic Atisa. At first glance, the words you will see may appear simple, but I have found myself rereading several passages to truly understand the true meaning behind them. This book goes deep. Deeper than you will ever know, unless you've read it, of course. For someone like me who has a lot to learn about Buddhism, meditation, and mindfulness, this book was simple enough yet still challenges your mind and soul. If you wish to find peace within yourself, if you want to know how to use your mind fully without being identified with it, if spiritual and philosophical topics interest you, then you are going to absolutely love this book. A beautiful quote I came across whilst reading it is, "The moment you know, you destroy all poetry. The moment you know and think that you have created a barrier between yourself and that which is. Then everything is distorted. Then you don't hear with your ears, you translate. Then you don't see with your eyes, you interpret. Then you don't experience with your heart, you think that you experience." Number 7, Total Recall, My Unbelievably True Life Story by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Personally, I really don't like autobiographies. I feel that they focus too much on random, irrelevant facts or events, and I have never learned anything legit from such books that I can use and apply in my day-to-day life. That is, until I discover this one. I have honestly never felt more empowered, motivated, and inspired in my life. Whether you are an Arnold fan or not, this book has so many lessons and hidden gems that anyone, I mean anyone, can benefit from. My boyfriend and I have taken so many notes from this book that we have posted it in our apartment and even framed a few and brought them to work with us. Beautifully written, beautiful philosophy, and an overall beautiful message I'm sure every student would enjoy. One of the million awesome quotes from this book is, "What is the point of being on this earth if you're going to be like everyone else?" Number 8, Unlimited Power by Tony Robbins. An oldie but definitely a goodie that in my opinion should be in the library collection of all students. This book is light, but you guessed it, powerful. Tony covers a variety of different topics that we all face at one point or another to the road to success. If you struggle with achieving your goals, communicating effectively, or are simply curious to know about the 7 lies of success, I highly suggest you don't miss out on the valuable lessons this book has to teach you. A quote that truly resonated with me is, "Nothing has any power over me other than that which I give it through my conscious thoughts. Number 9. Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert B. Cialdini. The pressure to say yes is real. Marketing, sales, ads, your teachers, peers, and even parents have all tried at one point or another to influence your decision. A bit of a complex book using a lot of psychological terms that might not be common knowledge to all readers. This book focuses on psychological tactics or rules used to persuade people to say yes. What I particularly love about this book is that not only does it explain each tactic in detail, gives you examples of how it is used, but also, and most importantly, teaches you how to recognize and not get influenced by them. Click and the appropriate tape is activated, where and out rolls the standard sequence of behaviors. And finally, number 10, 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. There is a bit of a controversy surrounding this book, as many would define it as evil because it speaks about manipulation, backstabbing, lies, and legit one entire chapter entitled Crush Your Enemy Totally. This being said, I have a confession to make. You are looking at my favorite book of all time. One of the main reasons for this being, to quote Oscar Wilde, the truth is rarely pure and never simple. Not only does this author boldly tells you like it is, but for history lovers out there, he gives examples illustrating all 48 laws as they are used by historical figures. He shares folk tales, stories, poems, and myths that seriously have ripped my heart out at times. This book can indeed be challenging and harsh, yet it is filled with old wisdom and lessons you will in the end be so thankful for. I actually read one of my favorite short stories from this book in my video on dealing with toxic people. And so if you are curious to give it a try, check out the video first just to make sure that this is the right book for you. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to me if you like what you see, and let me know in the comments which of the 10 books you would like to read. Bye guys!